Good evening, coming to you for challenge number 6. Hope you're having a good evening. Personal goals for this speech is just being more comfortable speaking on video. It's just kind of weird to speak into a webcam. I think I would actually probably rather have people in front of me because then you can at least see the looks on their faces to know if you're either doing a good job or a bad job. Also, hope to be able to keep improving with my PowerPoints. I think I've came a long way um, from the first one, but I know I still have a long way to go. Also, hope to be able to work on speaking without notes. Always like to keep notes. I take notes for everything. That way, even if I don't need them, I still like to have them. Kind of like my blankie or a baby's blankie. Um, just a comfort thing. Uh, the topic for my speech is the cryptid I chose for this speech is Bigfoot. I know it's probably used in a lot of the um, Pechacucha speeches, but it's kind of important to me because I've always kind of been a Bigfoot fan since I was a child. My mom is a avid Bigfooter, I guess is what you call them. I grew up in North Carolina, right near the Appalachian Mountains. Um, Not only is it one of the hot spots for Bigfoot, people go there and search, and there's towns. Every town you go into, it has Bigfoot. Also, it's one of the first places of Bigfoot sightings to ever occur, but I'll go into that in more detail in my speech. Um, my mom and I still, to this day, I live in Texas. She lives in North Carolina. She will tell me, "Hey, something's on TV," and me and her will sit down and watch it together. I'm at home, she's at home. It's kind of fun. Um, that kind of goes right into question 3. The reason I chose Bigfoot is because it's special to me. We still watch documentaries on TV, watch Netflix stuff, and every time I go to North Carolina, we kind of always end up somewhere where there could be a Bigfoot. I know we probably sound like nerds, but it is what it is. I know he's out there. We just haven't caught him yet. Um, how would I start my introduction and build relevance? I know you don't like it, but questions. Some of the ideas I had was, have you ever been camping and heard unexplainable noise or twigs breaking? Maybe someone's told you that it was a squirrel or a deer. What if it was Bigfoot watching you from the shadows? Would that change the way you feel? Um, and then I'll go into how I've watched Bigfoot documentaries since a child. Also, I've been on a live Bigfoot hunt. Also, I've been multiple places that there have been Bigfoot sightings. I don't believe in the Tooth Fairy, but I still do believe in Bigfoot. No one will ever tell me different. Um, and also, I get wrapped up in the tabloids on Facebook and stuff. Every time someone's caught one, I always look at it. Also, during the presentation, I'll give some history of the Bigfoot and how I know about Bigfoot, where to find him, and some of the stuff, background on him, because I've been watching stuff since I was a child. Um, 3 main points of this speech is where the legend of Bigfoot originated, some of the areas you can find Bigfoot, and some of the different names he's called throughout regions, because Bigfoot and you have Sasquatch, stuff like that. And also, there's a lot of stuff that Bigfoot is inspired. Not just animals, but toys and cars and stuff like that. So, kind of go into that. Um, I will start. And how will I begin and end my presentation? I'm going to begin the speech kind of asking a question to build excitement and tension, show the tension or show the excitement in my voice, try to get everybody else excited about what I'm excited about. I'm going to try to relate it with my questions to the crowd and how people can relate to it. Maybe everybody hasn't been camping, but I'm sure everybody's been outside at night and heard a noise. So we can do that. I'll give a little background on why I chose Bigfoot. Like I said in the um, other spots or the other questions, and I will also tell them how I know information about Bigfoot and give a short synopsis of what topics I'm going to cover. At the end, I'm going to recap what I have talked about, short recap, and also I'm going to try to add a catchy phrase at the end or a question to make people think about it. Maybe next time they go outside, they're going to look twice or take a flashlight. And my goal for this is to influence people to maybe start watching some of the documentaries so I can get some people to go help me catch Bigfoot because I need help. I don't feel like right now I have any specific questions, but I'm sure once I start digging into it, I am gonna have some questions, so I'll reach out on Slack or whatever I need to. For part two, the girl did her speech on hellhounds. She definitely grabbed my attention in the beginning because I'm a Call of Duty player. I was easily able to fill out the outline. I watched the video twice and filled the outline out during that. I feel like she did a really good job with the opening statement by the information that was in it, and I guess it's just because I'm a Call of Duty player, so that immediately got my attention. And I feel like the main points were easy to follow. She had 3 or 4 main points, and I think she did a good job recapping. Also, think she did a really good job with transitions between different subjects and different topics. I really hope I can do that good on mine. I think she did an exceptionally good job with the ending statement. I definitely don't want to come in contact with a hellhound. What did I like and what did I dislike? Let me make sure. My likes for her presentation. I liked how well she described each main point. She had enough slides on each individual point or main topic that I got a good idea of what each topic was about. I liked that I learned a lot about the Hellhound and its origins. I thought it was just a thing on a video game, and when I kill it, that I get max ammo. I don't know if you ever play Call of Duty, but by that time you always need ammo. Also felt like she was extremely passionate about the topic. You could tell she did a lot of research into it and brought in other creatures that were based off the Hellhound that I never even knew existed. I feel like some of the things she could have done is in the beginning, I did not like. I felt like it started out a little slow, but started out slow but picked up a lot in the middle. I think maybe starting out heavy in the beginning, it could slow down a little in the middle, then heavy at the end, so you get the attention. Also, I feel like she could have shown a little bit more enthusiasm in the beginning because that was pretty exciting stuff, but I don't feel like she projected that very well. And also at the end, her closing statement talking about calling your mom, your brother, and your friends if you ever come in contact with a hellhound. I feel like that was just very monotone and not much emotions when that was could have been a very emotional statement and stuck with people a lot better. I feel like she could have drove it home a little bit better just by tones and enthusiasm. I feel like overall she did really good with that Pecha Kucha. From what I've watched, that was a very good demonstration. 6 minutes and 44 seconds from beginning to end. And she wasn't reading. She did really good with um, facial expressions and hand movements and using her body to show excitement for this topic. If I could have done if it was me, I would have fixed the introduction by having a little bit more excitement in my voice and enthusiasm about the Hellhound. When you say like fetch your soul, you could do it a little bit more exciting, or use like facial expressions, hand movement, stuff like that to really drag it in. And I really also feel like I would have fixed the ending by putting a little bit more enthusiasm on it, making that statement sound scary instead of just saying it. The context was scary, but the way it was said was not. So I would have probably try to spice that up just a little bit. Um, what I would want take from this for my speech, I think is the question. Um, what I would want to mirror and copy, yeah. Uh, I would like to be able to mirror and copy her confidence. She was very confident in the material. Only stumbled a couple times during the speech, but probably going to do a lot more stumbling in that. I want to mirror how much she rehearsed because I know she rehearsed that. That was not something that was done the day before. I could tell by the way she was speaking. And I also want to make sure I do keep each slide to 20 seconds. I know that that's the assignment, but she kept it to 20 seconds and she did not feel like she cut out information or rushed anything at all. I am excited about this. Um, and I can't wait to get started on it. I've already started looking at pictures and stuff, so I'm gonna get the slideshow done and then start in on the recording like you talked about in my midmaster. All right, have a good night. Thanks, bye.